Okay, so the way this is done, there are several ways. Two recommendations I learned in the hard way is make sure that the deck of playing cards is completely flat. Okay, so when you put them back to back, it's not a lot of gap. The less, the better. Okay, and the second is make sure your hands are completely dry. They are not sweating, because when the switch happens, it may get stuck in your thumb, which I will explain later on. Now, the most typical way magicians do it is by crossing the arm and using the arm to cover above the deck of playing cards, so that switch happen or the spin happen. The only reason that I didn't do it that way is because I have no arms. Okay, so that's why I didn't do it that way, because I have no arms. Okay, I'm just kidding, it's a joke. Now, the reason they do it right under the cover of the arm is they can conceal the switch right under, but instead I was trying, it didn't work very well for me. So this is what they do. Let me demonstrate it for you. Right under the cover of the arm. However, I rather prefer to do it right under the cover of my hand instead. Works better for me because I can use my hand to square any discrepancies like that. Okay, just in case that happens to you. But anyway, there are several things you can do with this principle. So the way this move works, all you have to do is just open and let go everything. You have to do the pinky break right under any quantity of the playing cards. And this is the basic principle. Let me go ahead and explain it for you. Notice the only finger that is contacting or is in the middle of the way is the thumb. Okay, and part of the right under the thumb. So when I let go, when I do the move, when shaking the hand, I let go all these fingers. Only the tip of the pinky finger is right under, so you can let go and let gravity do its thing. Because you open and you go right under, you are not really pinching the card. So when you let go, obviously the thumb is in the middle of the way, and it's gonna cause the card or the double to flip over, and then you go back up and you grab it again. Now, that's why I mentioned in the beginning, it is better for you to have dry hands, because when you do this move and for some reason the double or the card right underneath ends right above the thumb, the card is gonna end up sticking up on your finger, which that's gonna kind of messed up. So you just do the move, let go with the second or the index, middle and ring finger, and that's it. So you can do it without covering. I highly do not recommend it. Do it without covering. I was trying to check the hand, and this is really unlikely, not impossible, but you have to do a large swing so you can execute the move. Okay. Anyway, I try to use my hand because that provides a little extra help. Anyway, explaining the performance. Once I already explained the technique to do the production, the thumb is causing the cards to flip over in the middle of the air, and then I go back up and catch them again. Well, the same thing. You wanna do a switch of 4 for any other 4. You have to do a pinky count under the top 4 cards for these other ones. I go down, it flips, and I catch them again. Okay, let me do it. And this is kind of a bit better because you have more consistency, and the weight, that's what it helps better and provide more control over the spin. Now, the last thing I want to mention before I end up this tutorial is this is why it's imperative to have the deck of playing cards completely straight. Okay, no extra bendings. When you put them back to back, the closest, the less gap is better, because if you leave it with a little gap, when you try to flip these two upper cards, because there is not enough weight, at least to do a single switch. There is going to be air between the double, and that may cause a little bit more trouble to spin the double. I mean, it's not impossible. Even if your hands are sweating, you can still perform the switch. Okay, so one last time for those who are still wondering, I just held a huge pinky break, the whole tip. I just let go with the index, middle, and third finger right before, or at the same time the hand is going down, because it shakes. It's a little slight shaking of the hand. Okay, and the thumb, you can see it's not, well, I guess it's kind of pinching, not that much, very slightly, just resting right above. I let go. This thumb is in the middle of the way. It's gonna cause this double or any quantity of the card spinning, and you raise the hand again to complete the spin a little bit more faster. Okay, just keep practicing, and that's all the practice you have to do. Then the gestures, and that's it.